Right, you're welcome. My name is Bushebi Jr. President William Ruto's key allies have threatened to quit the bipartisan talks over the new demands by the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party Kericho Senator Aaron Cheruiyot, who is a member of the National Dialogue Committee, warned that the peace talks would collapse if Azimio touched on the housing levy. According to Cheruiyot, the Kenya Kwanza Alliance negotiating team will not entertain the abolishment of the housing levy. Reader Kerin Chebet tells us more.
There is no need for introduction on our part.
The consensus in the report writing of the talks between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja One Kenya is on verge of collapse over sustainable solutions to reduce the cost of living.
Lakini drama kiasi na hapa na pale itakuwepo.
We agreed in principle. Whatever happens in this room is what matters, and that's what we focus on. What people say outside there, we ignore.
What was the last stage of report writing for the National Dialogue Committee was cut short as the two sides sharply disagreed on the issue of cost of living fronted by Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition side led by its leader Kalonzo Musyoka and the housing levy fronted by the Kenya Kwanza side.
Kama hakuna hiyo heshima, basi tuseme kimeumana. Hata Wakenya wengi wanashindwa tunafanya nini ile.
The Azimio team has reiterated that there will be no need to sign the bipartisan talks between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio if the issue of the high cost of living is not addressed.
Gharama ya maisha imepanda, Wakenya wanaumia, na tukiwa Bomas, sisi huko tumeambia wenzetu wa Kenya Kwanza ya kwamba mambo ya cost of living, without dealing with the cost of living, there will be no deal at Bomas.
The opposition side observed that besides the high cost of commodities, the government had gone further to increase the cost of vital services, including issuances of personal documents such as national identity cards, immigration passports, and marriage certificates.
Sovereignty belongs to the people. Hata kama tutasafirishwa mbinguni through killings during demonstrations.
Yes.
As NARC Kenya and as people of Kenya,
Yes.
we are saying, should the talks fail as they are looking, they are failing.
Yes.
We shall not forgo our rights. We shall go back to the streets if necessary.
Yes.
We are going to exercise our civil, political and human rights to the fullest.
On the other hand, the Kenya Kwanza side, led by the Senate Majority Leader Aaron Cheruiyot, has revealed that the opposition coalition is pushing for withdrawal of the housing levy taxes, saying they will not allow it as it amounts to sabotage.
Hiyo kazi karibu tukosane kwa jambo moja. Sababu mimi naona kuna unafiki pale. Kuna unafiki kwa sababu ni kweli kila mtu anakubali kwamba gharama na bei ya maisha kwa sasa iko juu na inasumbua wananchi wote. Lakini kuna mambo ambaye sisi hatuwezi kukubali kuyafanya kwa sababu tunajua ile mazuri ambaye itatokea kutokana na zile policies ambaye wewe umeweka. Policy ya kwanza ile ambaye wale watu wanatusumbua kuhusu kama hii kitu inaitwa housing levy.
The Kericho senator insisted that even though the housing tax has been met with criticism, its halt will affect the delivery of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance manifesto, including affordable housing and creating employment.
Na umetuambia katika kila household inaandika kazi vijana 8. 20,000 times 8, that is 160,000 young people of Bomet and Kericho that are about to get employment courtesy of the housing program that you initiated. Alafu unapata mtu anakuja pale anatuambia atitoeni housing levy kwa sababu ya siasa ya unafiki tu. Yet actually in the real sense, if you read the Azimio manifesto na Kenya Kwanza, both of them ilikuwa na proposal ya housing levy. Lakini kwa sababu wanataka tu kufanya siasa na kuongea maneno ambayo isaidii nchi ya Kenya, ati wanatuambia watoe.
Cheruiyot warned the bipartisan talks between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalitions will not see the light of the day if the latter touches on the housing levy.
Let me announce to the country from straight here in Bomet, the same way they are telling us that they are deal breakers. Hata hii yetu kwa mambo ya housing levy, that one is a deal breaker. Mimi siwezi kubali. Mtu yeyote ambaye ata-insist kwamba ati lazima tutoe housing levy, basi mkutano ya mazungumzo itaisha, mtu arudi kwa barabara afanye ile ambaye alikuwa anataka. Sababu I cannot allow myself to sign on a report ambaye itakosesha kazi hawa vijana maelfu ambayo wamekaa hapa siku ya leo.
Kenya Kwanza National Dialogue leader Kimani Ichung'wah on his side hit out at Kalonzo Musyoka, accusing him of dishonest and doublespeak, considering the agreements they made while starting off the talks.
Framework agreement also envisaged a situation where we may not agree on everything. And that framework agreement says if there's anything that we do not agree on, we can refer it back to the appointing authorities, President William Ruto and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Therefore, that's why I say it's rather dishonest for my friend and co-chair, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, to purport that he will not be signing any of our reports on the basis of non-agreement on any issue.
Last week, the National Dialogue Committee commenced the drafting of its report summarizing the outcomes from the extensive consultation it held with citizens across the country.
The election of 2007, you Peter katikati hapo.
No, that's a different thing.
The committee, comprising leaders from Kenya Kwanza and Azimio, was given the responsibility of identifying common ground on various issues such as constitutional reform, electoral reform, and national cohesion. The delegation was initiated following political crises in different parts of the country, mainly cities and big towns, when the opposition, led by Orange Democratic Movement leader Raila Odinga, called for street protests against the high cost of living. The Azimio team is led by Kalonzo Musyoka, Opiyo Wandayi, Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, Okongo Omogeni, and Amina Mnyanzi.
We have actually allowed the technical teams again to further unbundle, realign some of the issues that may not be in line with the express mandate.
The Kenya Kwanza team is led by the National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, Senator Aaron Cheruiyot, Governor Cecily Mbarire, Hassan Omar, and Catherine Ombilianga. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Rita Kering Chebet.